Hey there, everybody. It's Maggie from Personal Euphoria with today's plank story. So, again, just encouraging you to move. It doesn't have to be planked, especially since my stories tend to go long, although this one's not too long. But breathing can be movement. Standing and marching in place can be movement. Just like some gentle stretches can be movement. Anything you want. All right, let's get the clock on. Here we go. So a few years ago, when we had that eclipse that was crossing over the United States, one of the places you could see it was sort of in the middle of nowhere in Kentucky. And so Matt and I drove down and met a friend and her daughter, and we drove to this place in Kentucky where we camped out to be able to see the eclipse. And on the way, whoops, when we got into Kentucky, we wanted to stop for breakfast at some point, but there wasn't a lot around. There wasn't even like a McDonald's to stop at. And so we'd stopped for gas and we said, is there any place we could get breakfast? And the person at the gas station said, oh yeah, go down a street and on the right on the corner is a bake shop. And I was like, oh, perfect. I mean, I'm gluten-free, so I figured I wouldn't be able to get anything, but Matt and Becky would be able to get something. There'd be options. So we follow the directions and we turn and we go down this street. And we drive a mile and there's nothing. And we realized we must have done something wrong or misunderstood him. There is clearly no bake shop. So we turn around and backtrack to get back the way we're going. And what we realize is on the corner, there's not a bake shop, but there is a bait shop, B-A-I-T. Now I think, is it possible there's breakfast at the bait shop? And so we go in, and sure enough, the bait shop is also a restaurant. And now, you walk into a place and it's all a Twitter, the sound of people at a restaurant. When we walk in, it goes from that sound of Twitter to dead silence. It is clear we are not normally from this area. And it's very awkward, and we sit down, and the waitress brings us water, and then she comes over to take our order. And in that, our friend we were with, cracked a joke and made the waitress laugh. And when the waitress laughed, it was the signal, the whole restaurant started chittering and chattering again and just went back to normal. But there was an awkward 5 minutes where it was oh, this is so bizarre and we clearly don't fit in here. And it was just a reminder how soothing and connecting a laugh can be, right? So I don't know, maybe you're feeling tensions this holiday season. Maybe you're feeling tense after 2 years in a pandemic. Maybe you need a laugh. Just find a way to laugh at the situation, watch a romantic comedy, call a friend, play a funny game, whatever you need for a good laugh. That is a 2-minute and 30-second plank, so not the short plank I promised. As always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and keep moving.